Hi, this is Wesley Harper with Ansley Atlanta Real Estate here in North Metro Atlanta. Thank you for visiting our series on how to sell your home. All right, step number one with offers is going to be what to do, right? So the first thing we need to really consider when we get the offer is what is our response time? We need to act quickly because in real estate, as you know, time's of the essence. So the first thing we need to do is look at what kind of time limit have they given us? What is the buyer expecting in this offer? And because often they're frustrated and they've maybe been in multiple situations where they've lost out on a house, so they want a quick response. And when I mean quick, sometimes within hours. So the first thing that we want to do is look at what is the time frame that we need to respond by. The second thing we're going to look at is the terms and conditions of the offer. How is this meeting your needs from a sales price standpoint to a move out standpoint, right? So what's the time frame that they want to move into the property and how soon do you need to be out of the property? The one thing we want to always recognize is that usually, traditionally, our first offer is always our best offer. So we want to keep that kind of in the back of our mind when we're looking at this offer. Is this something that's really going to hold true where the first offer is our best offer? It only takes 10 to 12 showings to really get your best offer or your first offer and sometimes your best offer. So we need to think about how many showings have we had and how long have we been on the market when we get this offer in so that we can analyze it properly. Number two, multiple offers is our next topic that we want to discuss. So if we really do our job right and price the property and we've staged it right and we've gotten in 10 to 12, maybe 15, sometimes 20 showings within the first 2 to 3 weeks, then generally that's going to produce multiple offers. Now, our multiple offer situation is not a fun situation for the buyer, and it's not always a fun situation for the seller. It does, however, produce the highest and best price for your property. So ultimately, we want to get in that situation, but we have to manage it right. So what do I mean by that? We need to look at our offers quickly, just like we talked about in point number one, time's of the essence. So how do we do that? We need to line up all the terms and conditions of each offer and be able to respond to each one quickly. Now, generally in our marketplace, what we'll try and do is counter back to each offer and ask for their highest and best offer in maybe a 24-hour period, for example. So we need to respond quickly and ask them to come up with our highest and best offer so that we can see exactly where they're willing to go on their sales price, their terms and conditions, their contingencies, and also their time frame for moving into the property. What are they looking for as far as a closing date? Now, we have to be careful about that process because sometimes that will scare off some buyers. They don't want to be in those multiple offer situations, so we need to look at that delicately and counter back to them and be considerate of that too. All right, number three is going to be contingencies. So part of those offers, every offer is going to have contingencies. So we need to look at the contingencies that each offer has and which one's going to be the least restrictive for you. Now, we generally in our marketplace have contingencies on home inspections. The home inspection's usually the first part of the offer on the contingency process. And that time frame generally is a 10 to 12 days. For them to come in and inspect the property, and part of that process is that they reserve the right to ask for any repairs during that process. Now they can ask, doesn't mean that you have to agree. It also means they can walk away from the property during that period. So 10 to 12 days, we want to keep that short. Anything longer than that, we're taking the property off the market and can be putting your property at risk of losing another potential offer. The second part of the contingencies that we see are generally the financing contingencies. So contingencies on finance, meaning that they've probably talked to a lender, and 99% of the cases usually they wouldn't submit an offer unless they had. So where in the process with that lender are they? Thank you for watching these videos. This is Wesley Harper again. If you have any questions, you can call me directly at 404 934-1861 or go to wesleyharper.com, and we look forward to talking to you soon. Thank you and have a great day.